What's going on, guys? This is J-Drop Gamer. Yo, why did I say it like that? But nah, the music going crazy in this one. Yo, did it have to go this hard? Corey X Kenshin gotta rap on this track, so you know what? I'm not rapping. I'm not that entertaining, you know. I gotta have my limits. But today we're playing Fazbear Entertainment Storage. Earlier I was playing Fears the Mind, which is a great game. I'm wrapping up that recording soon too. But this is basically a FNAF 2 remake. And it's by Damn Huel, whatever his name is. I don't know. Or her. I don't know. But it's basically just FNAF 2 in the storage. Oh, hell no. And you are scuffed. There's a map toggle.
If you're hearing this message, I wanted to thank you again for taking this job. I needed this position filled on very short notice, and your application couldn't have been more perfectly timed. My name is Henry, and like I informed you earlier, you will be receiving pre-recorded messages from me whenever you start a new shift. These messages will be used to help guide you through the week, or at least until you get your bearings. The building you're currently in is a storage facility which holds relics from a once popular children's pizzeria chain. The last pizzerias in this chain have been closed for a while now, and most of the objects in this building are even older than that, so this place has gone unwatched for quite some time. Regardless, all the equipment inside the building should still be suitably functional. Now, I'm afraid this job won't be as simple as sitting around in your office and checking cameras. This building houses several decommissioned animatronic animals that once entertained children in those aforementioned pizzerias. Despite all the money that was poured into them, they were scrapped due to perceived malfunctions. I had my gripes about this choice, but regardless, they have been stored here for a while now. For most of that time, they've been gathering dust. However, lately, I've been seeing signs of activity inside the building. I have reason to believe that someone has been tampering with the decommissioned animatronics and is attempting to reactivate them. Now, I don't think you'll have to worry about encountering whoever has been tampering with the animatronics during your shift.
Right.
You should be more worried about the animatronics themselves. These animatronics were designed to freely walk around the building and entertain guests. And if someone has been actively tampering with them, it's likely that they'll be walking around the building during your shift.
Right.
Now, I'm not sure what changes have been made to their AI, and that means I don't know how they'll react to the sight of you. With that in mind, we should prevent them from reaching you. You have a few tools at your disposal to help make it through your shift. You have been provided a camera panel that lets you remotely access all the building's cameras. Use these cameras to keep an eye on the animatronics and ensure none of them are moving. There is a separate set of cameras placed inside the air vents of the building. In your office to your right is a building status panel. You can use this to stay aware of the current status of the building's various systems. Most important is the building's power. Your power supply is limited and is consumed by several systems in the building. Your cameras do not consume additional power, as they run on a separate, unrestricted supply. Once the building's power supply reaches critical levels, several systems will shut down, such as the building's lights. With this in mind, you have also been provided with a flashlight to help illuminate the dark corners of your office. Your flashlight has its own separate battery, which is obviously unaffected by the building's power. In addition, you have been provided with a mask of one of the pizzeria's mascots. The animatronics in this building were once outfitted with advanced facial recognition software. If they get close enough to see you, you should keep them from recognizing you as human. Now, I'm not sure if the facial recognition is still functional on each of the animatronics, and it's not impossible that the mask won't work on any of them. But regardless, If any of them have their old facial recognition software still in use, the mask should protect you from them. Assuming the mask doesn't work, you have a few other options to protect yourself. You have an air vent that runs through your office. In the event that something undesirable were to crawl through it, you can close its opening to your office using a button. Keeping this closed does drain power, so don't leave it shut longer than you need to. I know it's a fairly makeshift solution, but I only had so much time to install it before your first shift. This should be all the information you need for your first night. Remember, your shift ends at 6, and at that point, you are expected to leave. Do not stay any longer than you need to. I'll have another message for you recorded before your next shift. Good luck. End message.
So, that's fucked up. Basically, what we gotta do is do the thing with the thing FNAF 2 with the bink bink, you know. Bonnie's gone. Right here. Is this where a vent is? Bonnie's still there. Chica's there. Bonnie's here, Chica's here. Bonnie's here, Chica's in the same. So this must be where the vent is. Freddy's the only one still there. Oh, y'all tweaking. All I hear is the boom, and then it goes 6 a.m. Y'all is tweaking with this one. It's a pretty. Back to the lobby music though. Listen to this. Look at this build up. Listen to this. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna stop trolling. So this one is sorta scary. I still have my fear from the last game I was playing. So this is getting carried by that. But he popped up and it was like, dude, like I didn't know he was gonna be like that. So they meet up in this camera right here, so that's really all I need. Once I see Bonnie leave this
Congratulations
camera,
on completing your first shift. However, if I am correct in my assumption that these animatronics are being actively tampered with, I'm afraid your job is likely to increase in difficulty as the week continues. I will do my best to slowly introduce you to your responsibilities here, so as not to overwhelm you. I'd like to take this moment to remind you about the functionality of this building's power. In the event that you encounter a building-wide power outage, do not assume that you are defenseless. Your cameras operate on a separate power supply and will continue to function even if the building goes dark, although you may not be able to see much. Your flashlight's battery is not tied to any other system and can therefore continue to be used to brighten up your office once the lights shut down.
So you just
Your
can't
mask
use
is, of course, unaffected by a loss of power. However, that does not mean that you should not worry if the building loses power. You will be unable to seal any openings in the building's ventilation system, including the one located in your office, and all currently sealed vents will open. Further, the 3 main cooling fans located in the vents, which maintain the building's temperature, will immediately shut down, and your office will begin to heat rapidly. Please keep this in mind. You will receive a more thorough explanation on the cooling fans tomorrow night. Good luck. End message.
He's still here. Alright. So this game shouldn't be so bad. It shouldn't be so bad. It's just FNAF 2. With no music box and a vent. Probably for Mangle. That thing's gonna keep jump scaring me until I figure out not to fucking flick my mouse over there, huh? Is she? No? Are y'all tweaking? Is she? No. Is he? No. Alright. Are you gonna move anytime soon, my Bonnie colored friend? He really does not want to move. Is Chica gonna attack this time? Nope, Freddy is. Fair enough. Let me keep it on this cam, since they both pop up on it. Well, he pops up on it. You go to that one. He's at the vent. Chica's there. Freddy is there. Somebody moved. Chica's here. Who's here? I can't take the mask off now, because Chica just moved. I don't know when she attacks. I don't think we gotta worry about nothing too much, because Mangle's not awake this night. There she goes. I didn't know she goes up there. I just witnessed that. I was like, oh yeah, Chica's not gonna attack me this time. Oh no, she would never do such a thing. She would come back and act like Bonnie. And I'm sorry, my face cam won't connect to my OBS because my OBS is running in safe mode because I forgot to close it. But we're here with Fazbear Entertainment Storage. I beat night 1. I'm adding this part onto that part. I didn't have to do an intro. Set up with that. I'm back, guys. But anyway, my camera went out. Can't use that no more for this video. But I'll be back with my next game. Sweet little night vibe. Alright. Let's get back into the we in the mug. Alright. Alt. For this game, you could just press Alt one time and it'll full screen it. I don't know if it's full screen for y'all though. I don't have my Windows key activated, so I gotta check it. Alright, I think Bonnie will go to this one and attack. Chica will go to the... Bonnie will go to here and attack. There's a giant ass...
Congratulations on completing your first shift.
Actually, the vent's right here.
However, if I am correct in my assumption that these animatronics Chica are being actively tampered with, I'm afraid your job is likely to increase in difficulty as the week continues. I will do my best to slowly introduce you to your responsibilities here, so as not to overwhelm you. I'd like to take this moment to remind you about the functionality of this building's power. In the event that you encounter a building-wide power outage, do not assume that you are defenseless. Your cameras operate on a separate power supply, and will continue to function even if the building goes dark, although you may not be able to see much. Your flashlight's battery is not tied to any other system, and can therefore continue to be used to brighten up your office once the lights shut down. Your mask is, of course, unaffected by a loss of power. However, that does not mean that you should not worry if the building loses power. You will be unable to seal any openings in the building's ventilation system, including the one located in your office, and all currently sealed vents will open. Further, The three main cooling fans located in the vents, which maintain the building's temperature, will immediately shut down, and your office will begin to heat rapidly. Please keep this in mind. You will receive a more thorough explanation on the cooling fans tomorrow night. Good luck. End message.
I think she will also come in here and go up to that one. He will go into the bottom one. I think they appear quite rapid. Make sure Freddy's still there. He is. I mean, I could really just watch this, but I'm making sure she don't move. Because the first one to move, I'll have to get off my camera. Look. I'm hoping it'll pop up. Right off the bat, I could shut down. She's about to pop up. She didn't. Not yet. I'm just gonna keep shutting that if Bonnie attacks first. But she's right here. Once she disappears, I am going to shut that down. Bonnie's not back where he was. Freddy's now out. Don't know how often he attacks. Freddy are still there. Freddy's right there. Bonnie's right. Let me keep this shut for the night. Can I do that? Is that even possible? He's here, he's gone. Yeah, Fred's not getting me this time. Yeah, she just attacked again. If I would've opened that, I would've been dead. Because he attacked and she's there. Does he move? All I'm worrying about is Bonnie. If he disappears, then I know something's up. Because if they kill J-Trap, he came from inside her. It was an inside job. Well, Chica's not getting in. She doesn't move this night. I don't think so. Who moved? That was Bonnie. He's right here. What? Oh, wow. Power cord completely. I'm taking off my headphones, by the way. Absolutely no way. There is absolutely no way that this worked. There is absolutely no way. That's not possible. The cowardly gameplay, you heard? This game's difficult because the Chica pops up and Bonnie pops up really rapidly, and I gotta get back into my FNAF 2 group. But we made it to night 3 with just straight shenanigans. Anyway, this has been HF Gamer. Like, subscribe, and if you wanna see part 2 of Fazbear